Welcome to the Think Forward podcast, where we speak with futurists, innovators, and big thinkers. Come along with your host, Steve Fisher, and explore the future together.
Welcome back to Foundations in Foresight, a Think Forward series. I'm Steve Fisher, and today we're beginning a new phase of this series and looking at the practical uses of foresight with an introduction to practical applications. You've invested significant time and effort in understanding the key theories, frameworks, and insights of foresight. We've explored the world of supershifts, delved deeply into the transform model, and unpacked the details of the spectrum foresight method. But here's a critical insight. Having all these powerful ideas is fantastic, yet their true value lies in the action you take with them. Today, we're stepping out of the theoretical space and moving decisively into real-world application. It's time to transition from just understanding the future to actively shaping it. In this episode, we're going to thoroughly unpack why practical applications are essential, outline the core principles guiding effective foresight practice, and provide detailed steps you can start taking today to implement your foresight insights. Let's jump right in. To begin, let's consider why practical applications matter so deeply. The truth is, insights about the future can inspire and enlighten us, but without implementation, they remain mere intellectual exercises. The value of foresight isn't just in predicting or understanding what could happen, but in equipping ourselves and our organizations to respond proactively and effectively to those possibilities. Organizations and leaders who genuinely embed futures thinking into their daily strategic planning consistently outperform their peers. Why? Because foresight enables proactive adaptation rather than reactive scrambling. Consider companies that anticipated remote work trends well before the pandemic. They were far better positioned to transition smoothly, gaining strategic advantages over competitors who were caught unprepared. Next, let's dig deeper into the core principles necessary for practically applying foresight. First and foremost is adopting an action-oriented mindset. Many people hesitate to implement futures insights because they want a perfect strategy first, but perfection can be the enemy of progress. The most successful foresight practitioners understand that small practical steps taken today vastly outperform waiting indefinitely for a flawless strategy. The second principle is adaptability and flexibility. The reality of our rapidly changing world is that conditions evolve swiftly. Technologies shift, consumer preferences change, and global dynamics fluctuate unpredictably. Your strategies must be capable of evolving alongside these shifts, providing you with the agility to pivot rapidly when necessary. Third, we cannot overlook the power of systems thinking. Remember, everything you do is interconnected. Decisions you make within your organization don't exist in isolation. They interact with broader social, technological, environmental, economic, and political systems. This systemic view helps you anticipate not just immediate outcomes, but also broader ripple effects, enabling smarter, more holistic decision-making. The final principle centers around iterative learning. The best foresight work often involves running small strategic experiments to test hypotheses quickly. This process allows you to rapidly assess what's effective, adapt your strategy accordingly, and scale up proven approaches. It transforms uncertainty from a source of risk into a source of insight and opportunity. Now let's focus on the practicalities, how you can immediately begin applying these insights in your own context. Start by choosing just one foresight area you've been exploring, such as a particular super shift relevant to your professional field. Maybe you've been considering artificial intelligence advancements, sustainability practices, shifts in remote working, or another trend that directly impacts your industry or life. Once you have your focal point, work on translating your broad insights into clear, actionable steps. Suppose your foresight analysis indicates a continuing rise in remote working. Instead of merely recognizing this trend, you might pilot specific strategies like new digital collaboration tools, hybrid meeting formats, or refined remote work policies to see what best suits your organization's needs. It's crucial here to identify your leverage points, the specific areas where modest efforts yield substantial outcomes. Consider where your organization might benefit most from a small yet strategic intervention. Could investing in training for digital collaboration tools enhance team productivity dramatically? Could a minor shift in workflow significantly streamline operations? Identifying these leverage points can maximize your effectiveness and ensure that small actions yield large impacts. In practical foresight, starting small and learning quickly is essential. Quick wins and experimental pilot projects are excellent tools to quickly validate your insights and theories. By taking a lean, agile approach, you get rapid feedback on what's effective, what isn't, and how your strategies need to adjust to emerging realities. This method allows you to remain proactive, always learning and adapting, Let's enrich this understanding with a real-world example. Consider a company that successfully navigated a transition to remote work by initially conducting small-scale experiments with flexible schedules and virtual tools. Rather than launching a massive initiative immediately, they piloted these strategies with a single department, measured results, refined their approach, and then expanded company-wide. Their iterative, flexible approach allowed them to swiftly adapt when broader shifts like the global pandemic emerged. Now, let's delve even deeper into practical application by addressing common pitfalls you might encounter. One frequent challenge is resistance within teams or organizations. People naturally resist change, especially if they don't fully understand the rationale or feel personally threatened. Effective communication is critical here. Clearly articulate why change is necessary, what benefits it provides, and how each team member plays a valuable role in making the future happen. Another challenge is balancing short-term demands with long-term foresight initiatives. Organizations often prioritize immediate problems or quarterly results over long-term strategic planning. The solution is demonstrating how foresight-driven initiatives directly address near-term issues while laying foundations for sustainable success. By integrating foresight into regular strategic discussions and showing tangible short-term benefits, you bridge the gap between immediate urgency and long-term vision. Additionally, measuring success in foresight practice can be complicated. Traditional metrics might not fully capture foresight's strategic value. Therefore, it's vital to establish appropriate foresight-specific metrics, such as reduced reaction time to disruptions, enhanced innovation capacity, or improved risk management capabilities. Clear, relevant metrics help you communicate foresight's value effectively across your organization. Let's pull all these threads together. Today, we emphasize the crucial role practical application plays in making foresight valuable. Insights without actions remain theoretical, while strategically implementing foresight principles brings tangible, transformative results. By embracing adaptability, systems thinking, iterative learning, and clear action orientation, you position yourself not just to anticipate the future, but actively shape it. Here's your challenge moving forward. Identify one insight from your foresight journey so far, whether from super shifts, specific trends, or scenario explorations, and commit to taking one concrete, practical action today. Maybe that's launching a small pilot project, introducing a new policy, or starting a strategic experiment. Whatever your action, clearly define it, write it down, and share it with your colleagues. This step turns your foresight from intellectual exercise into strategic impact. And that's all for today's detailed exploration of practical foresight application in Foundations in Foresight. If today's insights resonated with you, stay tuned, because in our next episode, we're going deeper into world building. We'll explore this powerful technique that visualizes complex futures and facilitates strategic decision-making and innovation. Foresight isn't a one-time effort, it's an ongoing practice, continuously refined through experience and learning. Keep applying what you learn, experimenting bravely and remaining flexible in the face of change. As you continue this journey, you'll increasingly find yourself not just understanding the future, but confidently shaping it. In our next episode, we will be in our 7-part series on world building. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep exploring possibilities, remain flexible, and as always, think forward.
Thanks for listening to the Think Forward podcast. You can find us on all the major podcast platforms and at www.thinkforwardshow.com, as well as on YouTube under Think Forward Show. See you next time.